More cowgirls joke?
Nope.
God damn it.
So yeah, he penned a letter basically saying that coming out as bisexual, saying his mission is to live as an open gay man, and also his other goal is to
play football.
Which
I don't know what being gay has to do with you taking on a block and getting to the quarterback, but if you feel,
it's part of his identity and becoming who he is and wants to be.
Bro, did anyone ask him that? Did anyone ask him when he was a 5th-round pick, are you gay?
Probably.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Bro,
there's a good chance somebody asked him. It's the NFL Combine.
We never know, but that's the Combine. They always ask weird-ass questions and probe you and do weird shit to you. But I'm saying, you think once he got to those teams, he got cut from all those teams, that the reason he got cut was he was gay, even though he didn't tell anybody he was... he didn't tell anybody he was bisexual.
That's what the Vikings punter alleged.
No, that was for... Wait, Clowney?
Yeah.
He did that again? I thought he did that for Michael Sam.
Oh, no, I thought he did that for himself or whatever.
He did that for Michael. He talked about the Michael Sam situation, but Michael Sam couldn't play. Even though he was a great college player, bro ran like a 4.9, was weak as fuck, was undersized, couldn't play base defensive end, couldn't be an edge rusher. He literally had no position at the NFL level and got washed out. So, when people say Michael Sam got blackballed, no, he didn't. He wasn't good enough to play. Bro, I played with a gay dude in high school. On the team. Everybody knew he was gay. Nobody gave a shit. No one cared. Bro, I think it's an outside thing. Inside, yeah, if one dude came out and said he was gay and made it a whole public thing.
I think it's more for all the kids who feel like him when he was young and are, confused and I like to do masculine ass shit, but
Bro, I'm so tired of people using sexuality as, to garner sympathy. No one comes...
I don't think he was trying to garner sympathy. I think he was trying to be an inspiration to other people like him.
To make this a big deal.
And just because the message fell short on you doesn't mean it fell short on other people who might need to hear it.
The message don't need to hit me because the message wasn't for me.
Exactly.
But I'm saying in general, let's say he's not gay and it's something else. It could be anything else. He was born with a third nipple. I don't give a fuck. Whatever. Why do you need to tell people shit that has nothing to do with your job requirements?
Because it's a big deal. He
packaged it with football.
He's only the second player to come out.
No one was talking about this dude before today until he said he was gay. Or bisexual, I'm sorry. Sorry, excuse my ignorance. Bisexual. Were you talking about Ryan Russell before today?
Fuck no.
Okay then. So... it clearly has shit to do with football because he wasn't good enough to make it in the league. Shout out to Brinkston Buckner, Oakland Raiders D-line coach, saying some of y'all honestly are just bullshitting yourselves. I love you as a person, but I hate your football. Your football sucks. Maybe that was him. Not everybody is going to make it in football, bro. It's different if it was the corporate world where no one really cares about your sexuality like that.
I don't know what you're saying. You're just being problematic. So I'm
not being problematic, but I'm saying, okay, Michael Sam. You know what? Let's say,
again, bro,
all-pro player
really
came out and said they were gay.
I don't really care.
That would make a bigger difference than some dude who's an NFL washout coming out saying he's gay. That's good for him.
Okay, but does that dude exist? We don't know.
No, he definitely exists. There's mad gay dudes that play in the NFL. They're just never going to come out.
We don't know.
It was a former NFL player years ago. He came out on ESPN and he said, bro, there's gay dudes in the locker room. They're just not going to come out and say it because it's not beneficial to them. And
that's a fucking lie. You know how much money a gay all-pro would make?
Do you think there are no gay dudes in the NFL?
Do you know how much money an openly gay dude would make as an all-pro?
Sure about that?
A fucking shit ton of money,
the NFL
bro.
Can't handle how it treats women.
Do you realize?
Do you think it's ready to have that discussion?
Do you realize the LGBTQ community has a $1 trillion spending power? And they travel.
Do you want to talk about
affluent?
And they're mostly white?
And they have insurance.
Okay.
And they don't. And they buy cars. That's a fucking advertiser's dream.
Okay, so
that's an advertiser's dream.
Why hasn't it happened yet then?
Because there hasn't been a player for someone that they can relate to. So
no, that they can
what
market.
I'm saying,
that they can
exactly.
market.
So
not relate to, because you can relate to plenty of players. Clearly, people couldn't relate to Andrew Luck.
Do you know what a market is? Do you know what a market is?
I understand what a market is.
Obviously, you don't, because a market is how you push something out. But the people who receive it
The market
are receiving it because they relate to it. So it's a two-way relationship. It's not just like, you push it on people. Like, people have to still receive it and relate to it and act on it.
I think it's certain dudes who know if they came out as gay on the current team that they're on, shit will go south. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying the culture in NFL locker rooms and all these GMs, these team owners, they say they're okay with it, but I really don't think they are. And they can't even handle Kaepernick taking a fucking knee. You're telling me they're going to be sensitive to
I agree with you. But that's what I'm also saying is we don't get to that point to where that All-Pro could feel comfortable until we get to the point of these sorry dudes doing it.
Or maybe the All-Pro thinks it's none of your fucking business if I'm gay or not. You can't stop me in my position. So why the fuck do you need to know about my sexuality? I'm not even going to share that part of my life with you. That's what it's WNBA players who don't want to be. It's WNBA players who don't want to be known just for being lesbians.
But that's the problem too, is because you're speaking for them, and you're not even for them. You're not even of that demographic, and you're speaking on them.
I'm just speaking to a point
exactly, bro.
That exists.
Exactly, though. But you don't know. Some people don't. But you don't know because that person's not out. That person's not open. So it's like, so how can you speak on it and speculate if you're not from there and you don't know them? So it's like. That's what I'm saying. That's why I didn't want to have this conversation in the beginning, because it's stupid.
They're professional athletes who are straight, and you don't know who their wife or husband is. When it comes to just gay, straight, bisexual, whatever, some people think that's none of your fucking business. So they're never going to come out and say. That's all I'm saying. Which is fine,
but what that's not what you're saying. That's not what you're saying.
I'm telling you.
You're saying that there would be no benefit at all to them, and I'm telling you,
being the only
there is benefits.
So you tell me there's no gay people in the NFL right now? None.
I don't know. I don't know any.
Bro.
I'm not going to speculate. I don't know them. I mean, yeah, there probably is. I would say yes.
I'm not going to pretend like straight people are like the dominant norm everywhere.
No, they're not.
That's what I'm saying.
Not. Yeah, no.
So don't sit up here and think like, you know what, there are probably a couple gay dudes.
But that's the other thing. The reason why I'm not making that leap is because.
But I don't think some people are ready to make that leap either and come out. That's why it's not cool to just say, okay, this dude is the stand.
But what I'm saying
he's
is
not even on the team.
What I'm saying
so that
is
doesn't help the cause.
Sexuality is a spectrum, so it's like
I'm not
that
arguing.
That person might not even.
I'm not arguing the validity of that.
That person might not want to define themselves as that.
That's what I'm saying.
Even though they have sex with the same sex.
But I'm saying I'm not defining whether it is or it isn't. I'm defining whether they.
But what I'm telling you
is, and if they want someone to market that for them, if they want someone to promote them and push them as the next big figure, you're not in that person's head. It's not right to assume that.
What I'm telling you is, yeah.
Some people live private lives.
What I'm telling you is, yeah, I'm agreeing with you. Nobody's fucking disagreeing with you.
And that's all.
I'm saying
hard stop for me after that.
All I'm saying is there might be somebody, but they're not going to do it if they don't have support. 1, 2, they might not do it because they might not actually define as that, even though they are into the same sex.
You literally.
And 3, like you're saying, they don't want to be marketed. 4, they don't want to get targeted. Like, we can go on with all the reasons why they wouldn't do it.
That's all I'm saying.
So that's what I'm saying. That's why we're talking about it when somebody does, even if it's at a fucking low level, because there's all these reasons why they shouldn't. Why they don't need to.
This dude, no one was talking about him before.
But that's what I'm saying, bro. It's like, you can't.
He's probably not going to get back in the league.
But that's what I'm saying, bro, is you can't just be like, oh, there's nobody who's doing this. There's nobody who's talking about it. And then when it happens, you're like, oh, it doesn't really matter.
He's not in the league, bro. Like, I talked about Michael Sam because he was in the league and he could have made a roster. Michael Sam could have made a roster, but I was like, well, he didn't. So that's the end of that. Yeah, first openly gay player. Probably somebody else, but.
Anyways, man, so the last thing I want to talk about was the recent trend. And Ray brought this up in the FBC chat. But the recent trend of teams essentially trading for players at the end of depth charts And even really in the middle of the depth charts for draft picks instead of just cutting them outright. Then we've also even had...
The Patriots are kings of that, by the way.
We've also had like trade rumors surfacing, talks about Clowney going to the Dolphins. He was talking to their head
Fired
coaches.
his agent.
And then Tunsil, the Dolphins were rumored to be shopping him. Trent Williams is still on the block or not on the block, depending on if you ask Ellen.
And
Gordon's still trying to get traded.
Yeah, D'Angelo Williams talked to Trent Williams. No, D'Angelo Williams? The corner? No, D'Angelo Hall, my bad.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I kept saying the running back's name. D'Angelo Hall, who was teammates with Trent Williams for 8 years, said there's no way Trent is showing up. And honestly, the Redskins should just trade him. They should just be smart and just trade him. Because clearly, your medical staff is a farce. Bro, you telling me you misdiagnosed me and I had a tumor and you didn't tell me? I'm never playing for you again. I can't trust you. They should just trade him. Give up 2 first-round picks and just move on.
Chargers?
He's not going to the Chargers.
Why not?
Because they suck.
No, they don't.
They don't suck, but they're not they're a playoff contender. They made this AFC title game? Why would I trade
more than the Redskins?
My franchise left tackle
they're in another division
to a team that could win a Super Bowl and is going to give me a low first-round pick.
But that's why we haven't been seeing trades.
I would be like Cleveland, what you got?
That's why we don't see trades a lot in the NFL, because the NFL is really fucking petty and they don't want players to come back and hurt them at the end of the season. So it's like, and honestly, with the way the percentage of draft picks in the NFL specifically, you're honestly better off just keeping improving players. But, people don't want to talk about that because people like to play the lottery.
Because the Packers, they keep proving players, and you see they just keep pumping out receivers. Shout out to Chad Johnson crying on Twitter saying Devontae Adams sent him route running, and he was like, it was the most beautiful shit I've ever seen. And Chad Johnson knows a thing or two.
Shout out to Fresno State. But yeah, KB, so let's close it out with the rounds. You go first.
I don't really want to go first, but all right. Yeah, man. College football's back. UCLA got their ass kicked by Cincinnati again. 2 years in a row. First last year. Weird. It's a connection lost. That's interesting. This is probably going to be split into 2 shows again. Damn it. Anyway. So, yeah, when it comes down to it, UCLA lost. Got the doors blown off. Some people... Lee Corso said Utah is going to make the Final Four for the playoff. Utah looks really good. They beating the hell out of BYU right now. So, who knows? I think it's just times like this time, high school football starting, college football starting back up. It's just important to remember one thing. It's okay if you slang Popeyes and Chick-fil-A sandwiches at your cookout. I mean, people sell shirts, people sell merch, people sell necklaces, people sell barter, all types of shit at cookouts and tailgates. Or not really cookouts, but mostly tailgates. So do what you got to do. I'm going to look the other way, but I'm going to be waiting for the hot links on the grill. Because I don't necessarily need either one of those sandwiches. I'm waiting for, and if you bring potato salad, it better be good. Shit better not be trash. Pete also said that one of the greatest songs ever by Frankie Beverly and Maze. He actually had the audacity to say that it was a trash song, and I'm just going to need him to apologize. You said it was a trash tailgate song. Yeah. And it's not a trash tailgate song because you can literally play that song anywhere.
I said it was boring.
You said it was boring. Yep. Pete said that Before I Let Go was a boring song.
It is.
He said it's a boring song in general, and has the audacity to say that he's cool with black people.
I never said that, but okay.
No, yeah, but you are cool with a lot of black people.
I never say that though. Nobody who's cool with black people says that.
Well, clearly you probably do because you said You said Before I Let Go was a boring song. You have black relatives, bro. How do they let you get away with saying dumb shit like this?
Are you done?
Yeah, I'm pretty much done. God bless all y'all. Have a great week. Pete's trash first take, by the way. Before I Let Go is one of the greatest songs ever made.
He didn't want to get faded out this week.